Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Newton and the New England Patriots versus Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55. Charles, it's Tom Brady.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 14 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football. He gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he finds Gronk. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. And this
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The Patriot offense ready to go to work for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback in his 2nd year with New England and 11th overall, the former MVP Cam Newton.
And let's face it, the first year in New England for Cam Newton was kind of a mixed bag because he certainly showed flashes of his former self, especially when he carried the football. But there were also some stretches where, quite frankly, he was ineffective throwing it. But the Patriots and Cam both believe that with a full offseason program and a return to health, he can reclaim his position as one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And because of that belief, the Patriots added some pieces around him in order to give him a better chance.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Cam finding Bourne there. First down, New England. On first down, it's Newton. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 41, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Ryan Succop for the point after.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to him.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Running left, it's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out of the gun, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Buccaneers have it. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 3rd and long. It's Newton. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point try now for Succo. And it is now 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here comes Johnson on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. With it is Brown. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. Mike Evans and the Tampa offense about to set up shop. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the draw, here's Michelle. That second down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, Michelle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Howard. 7 yards the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. Brady on target to Gronk. 1st down Buccaneers. Now Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he found that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Trevor Lawrence, excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Zach Wilson, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC West. The Raiders and Chargers live from SoFi Stadium. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 2.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Newton finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And he spent 4 years with San Francisco before coming over to New England. Had a career-high 49 catches in 2020. I think that Cam Newton's going to love his route running.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the handoff, it's Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. They'll run it. This is Michel. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Newton. Got the connection here to Bourne. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And he will be very close close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. And he's been effective and they're winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
it's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and this is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's third and short. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. A handoff to Fournette. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Takes this to the 45, not much space after that broken tackle. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar. 87 yards. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Face mask, defense. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
On the draw, here's Bernard. Powerful running, avoiding the tackle, Bernard. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Brady. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Newton to Aguilar for a Patriot first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Now Newton. his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Newton on third down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Newton. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Newton to throw. Open man right side, Myers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Brady going to look to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Tampa Bay, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall.